Okay, I'm going to make a start now. My name is Dr. Jav. I hope you're all well, and thank you everybody for being on this call. I'm going to try and record it so I can send it to everybody afterwards. So, what I want to talk about today are your 7 steps to 7 figures. And in case any of you don't know what 7 figures is, 7 figures is actually £1 million or $1 million, depending on your location. So I'm not going to really talk about trading that much today, more so the business aspect of this business, or the team building aspect. Now, obviously, I've been in this business for a very long time, and I've managed to build quite a successful business in this opportunity as well. And I've been in business now for over 2 decades. This is my third decade in business, and you could say I've seen everything when it comes to business. So the 7 steps to achieving financial freedom is what I want to cover today. And the first thing I want to talk about is your why. And as I go through this presentation, if anybody has any questions, whether private questions or questions to everybody, you can do so by dropping us a chat box message via the chat option on this presentation. So whenever whenever you start a new business or whenever you do something, there's always a reason behind it. Now, certainly when it comes to this business, this opportunity, you're doing this for a reason. And what I want to ask you today is, why are you doing this? Why do you want to do trading? Why do you want to trade the Forex market or the cryptocurrency markets? Is there a reason behind that? And I'm guessing there is a reason, and there should be a reason that you are doing this. Is it because you absolutely love to trade? Do you absolutely love to look at the charts every single day, do your technical analysis, follow the news and fundamentals? Is that something you absolutely love to do every day? Or do you hope to achieve financial freedom no matter what? Now, when you look at the no matter what aspect of that, that basically means anything. And business is one avenue to get you to financial freedom. It is, I would say, only less than 1% of the working population in a job, a job, are financially free. 99% of people that work in a job are broke, which means that at the end of the money, there's more month, if that makes any sense. So again, going back to what I said before, why are you doing this? Is it because you absolutely love Forex? And I'm guessing that most of you on this call don't love Forex to that level. And that, I mean, that includes me as well. The reason I do this is because it's helped me become financially free, and I don't need to work that many hours in a day to do whatever I want to in my life. Now, I need to make this absolutely clear that you need to have your goals written down and in front of you every single day. Now, next week or the week after, I might do a goal presentation to show you how to write your goals, to show you how to ensure that you hit, not just hit your goals, but far achieve your goals. So I'll cover that in another presentation because it's quite a big topic. But today, I want to make sure that each and every one of you does have your goal and your reason for doing this. Now, I can give you some examples of goals from students or people that I'm working with at the moment. So in a lot of cases, with a lot of people in this business, they want to perhaps retire their parents. They do not want their parents to work anymore. They've seen enough. And through this opportunity where you can achieve financial freedom, and trust me, you can, very, very quickly if you follow the rules. Just one thing, whoever is annotating, can you please remove the annotation, because it just gets in the way, and I can actually see who's doing it as well because I've got that set up on my computer. So please, can you remove any annotations on there, and that would be very good. So yeah, so like, thank you. So I'm not going to mention your name, whoever did that, but if you do that again, I will mention your name. So so back to what I was saying before. You will have set your goals, and you need to keep your goals top of mind every single day. You need to look at your goals every single day to ensure that you do not forget your goal. Now, to achieve financial freedom from this opportunity, so I'm only talking about this opportunity at the moment, you need to have the and mentality. So many people come to me and say, I'm only interested in trading. You can only be interested in trading if you absolutely love trading and you sleep, eat, and breathe trading, you love to look at the charts every single day, then of course you can go ahead and only do the trading. If you're looking for financial freedom, you need to do the trading and the business. You must have the and mentality. And it's very much like going onto the street and finding two £20 notes on the floor. Now, assuming those £20 notes don't belong to anyone, my question to you is, would you pick one £20 note and leave the other one on the floor, or would you pick both of them? Now, obviously, it does not matter what you do to the money afterwards. You can give it to charity, you can go buy some dinner, but my question to you is, would you just pick one or both of them? Most people would take both £20 notes, assuming, again, they don't belong to anyone. Now, in this case, we have a trading opportunity, absolutely huge trading opportunity, where you can learn a skill set and become financially free from that. But also, we have an amazing, amazing business opportunity as well, where you can not only build a team, but you can teach other people to trade and grow their business too. If you do both things, you will become financially free much quicker, very, very, very much quicker than if you were just to do trading. Trading is a skill set. It takes a little bit of time. And like I've said many, many times before, 10% of trading is skill set, 10% is the knowledge, 80% is mindset. And mindset takes a little bit of time. Personal development takes a little bit of time. Trading is not a get-rich-quick scheme. This organization is not a get-rich-quick scheme. So from the outset, as long as you have your why in place, you will find that you're doing both the trading and the business aspect of this business. Now, many people come to me from the outset. So just to give you an example, someone joined today in our organization, and I added them to the group, and they said to me, I'm only interested in the trading. I want to make a lot of money. I want to become financially free, but I'm only interested in trading. And I said, fine, that's okay. However, what I've seen historically, what I've seen from people is people that come into this business only interested in trading, after 3 months, after 6 months, even 9 months, they come back to me and say, look, I want to build a business as well. By then, it's not too late, but you've actually lost 3 months, 6 months, or 9 months of opportunity. Now, in this business, it's actually very, very easy to gain rank. And the reason for that is that we have a blueprint. We actually show you and teach you how to gain rank. And I'll be talking a little bit about that on this presentation as well. Once you have a blueprint on how to do something, all you have to do is copy that blueprint. That's how easy it is to do very, very well from this opportunity. The second aspect of my 7-element plan is prospecting. Now, in this business, again, I'm not going to talk about trading, and we have trading calls every single day, so I want to focus on the softer elements and the more business-orientated elements. And if you can cover these 7 steps and learn these 7 steps and become very, very good at these 7 steps, I can guarantee you to a very, very good degree of accuracy that within 3 years of today, you will be a 6 or 7-figure earner. If you are able to do the 7 steps that I'm presenting to you today and become very good at these 7 steps, you will become a 6 or 7-figure earner. And I've learned these steps from other people who are actually making over 7 figures a year. So when it comes to prospecting, the first thing you need to do is write a list of 30 personal contacts. If you don't like doing this, do it anyway. Success requires sacrifice. It's just the way the universe works. You cannot become hugely successful. You cannot become a multimillionaire without making sacrifice. Speak to any existing millionaire or billionaire, and they will tell you exactly the same. Speak to Richard Branson, ask him, did you really, really enjoy becoming a billionaire? And he will tell you that there were times when he absolutely hated it, but you have to do whatever it takes. And one of those things is prospecting. You have to learn to become very, very good at prospecting. Now, again, because there's a template in place, because we give you the blueprint and you only have to follow these things, this is something that anyone can achieve. Now, when I first started this business, I looked at my mobile phone, and any of you that know me on this call, anyone that's met me will know that I've got over 1,000 contacts on my phone. So I actually have over 1,000 contacts on my phone. So To ask someone to list 30 personal contacts should not be difficult for anyone. The average person has probably got a couple of hundred people that they can contact straight away. Now, once you've been through your personal contacts, you need to start using social media. And social media is absolutely amazing. When I first started a business like this over 20 years ago, 20, not 28, 20 years ago, there was no social media. So it was very, very more difficult to prospect. However, today we've got social media, and because of social media, you can do amazing, amazing things. And I've actually done some Instagram training already, and it's been recorded. If you have not received that training, please drop a message in our group, and I'll put the link back in that group again so you can watch the Instagram training I did. Now, when it comes to looking at your contacts, the best people in this business are the ones I've listed here. It's people of influence, it's leaders, it's people like pastors, imams, judges, networkers, bloggers, even people like athletes. We have many, many students who are doing so well in this business opportunity, and they're paying off their fees and some more while they're at universities. We have professionals, we have doctors, teachers, we've got people who are doing very, very, very well in the job, earning very, very good income, but they were sick and tired of working 60, 70 hours a week, and they've decided to use this opportunity whereby they only need to work, well, a fraction of that time, but earn a lot more. So if you have if you have people of influence in your network, you need to reach out to them. If you know people with large social media following, you need to reach out to those people. And again, if you go to Instagram, if you don't have an Instagram account at the moment, my recommendation is to go out and get your Instagram account sorted out today. Go to Instagram as an example. You could go to Facebook as well, and look at people with large social media following and follow them and start a conversation with them, engage with them. And over a period of time, you will find that your own network will grow automatically and prospecting will become easier for you. If you know people who are competitive, people who are sharp and business minded, people who are money and results orientated tend to do extremely well in this business. We have many, many people who absolutely hated their jobs. And I remember when I was working in a job, I absolutely hated it. And it used to make me sick and tired to go in the morning to the same job every single day, to work for a boss I absolutely hated, and I had to get out. So people who hate their jobs and are looking for an additional part-time income so that they can actually replace their job going forward, they would absolutely love this opportunity. Anyone wanting to be financially free. Now, in my opinion, everyone should want to be financially free. However, some people don't actually understand it or believe it. Financially free basically means that if you stop working tomorrow, you can continue at your current level, standard of living, and not have to worry about money. That's what financial freedom means. It means you do not have to continue working, and you can continue living. In a job, if you stop working today, you would not get paid tomorrow. That's the difference between a job and being financially free. Look for people who are entrepreneurs or have entrepreneurship tendencies. They can do very well in this. This is a business. Forex is a business. You're self-employed. Henceforth, you are an entrepreneur. And people with similar tendencies can do very, very well. However, the most important thing for your prospects or people that you are speaking to, including yourself, is that you have to be teachable and coachable. If someone comes into this business and says to me, and I have seen this before, I know everything, I know how to trade, I know how to build a business, my question to them is, then why are you not doing it? And these people don't last very long. So you need to open up your heart, open up your brain, and become teachable and coachable, and actually listen to what your mentors are saying. We've been through the whole process. I've been in business for over 2 decades, and I've had a terrible time. I've had years, well, in fact, months and months of not making any income whatsoever. And I've worked as hard as I possibly could just to get through that and to achieve success. And like I said before, success requires sacrifice. You will have to learn how to do things in a certain way to become successful. And we will actually teach you how to do that. And that's what the difference is between this business and working in any other business where you do not have a mentor. The third aspect of my 7 to 7 is inviting. You need to become very good at inviting people. And I want to make it absolutely clear, you do not pitch the product or the opportunity to anyone. You must not appear like a salesperson. And that's what people do, unfortunately. Many people that start this business go out and try and do everything. They try and talk about the product. They try and talk about, this is how you do Forex. Here are my results. This is how you trade commodities. This is how you trade indices. If you go through all that, you're going to confuse the prospect. You do not need to go through all that. It's just too much information. Your job is just to invite people. Once you become very, very good at doing the presentation yourself, you can cover that aspect yourself. However, in the interim, in the beginning, you need to just invite people. Do not try and do the presentation yourself yet until you are very good at doing the presentation. So learn to invite people to either a webinar, a live event. It can be a home meeting, group meeting, one-to-one, or a three-way call with your mentor. Your mentor could be me or anybody else in the team. Now, it's very important to note that people do not generally buy on the first interaction. The average is around 7 interactions before your prospect becomes a customer. If you go at them and become all salesy, they will not join, they will not buy, which is why so many people say no. And when you're speaking to people, you need to always be yourself. Do not lie. When you're lying, your prospect can see that you're lying. Always be yourself and focus on educating and training your prospect and not on sales. Whenever I speak to people, I show them what they can achieve from Forex. I show them how they can become educated themselves and do really well from trading. I don't put on my sales hat ever. And also, when you're speaking to someone, always be positive, enthusiastic, and passionate. Never be negative. Now, that's very, very important, because in a previous training, I mentioned that life is very much like a sine wave. You've got ups and downs, ups and downs, ups and downs. And even in this business, you will get ups and downs. And even if you are on a down, you need to appear positive on the outside, because people like to spend time with positive people. No one likes to hang around with negative people. So it's a trait that you need to develop, and you need to ensure that you're always, always positive, enthusiastic, and extremely passionate about our products. And our products work. We have well over 100,000 students all over the world that are using our products every single day and making an absolute killing. When you come to the event in London in February, you will see so many people, thousands and thousands of people, making an absolute killing from the products. And then you will understand how amazing the system is that we have, how amazing our products are as well. Always retain a strong posture, be bold and confident, and don't ever be limp. And also, when you speak to someone, this goes along with being positive. You need to compliment your prospect always. And obviously, don't just do that because I tell you to do it. You need to do that because you want to compliment your prospect. So you like something about them or what they've done, and you compliment it. You need to relate to your prospect, retain the same energy levels, and henceforth your prospect will convert. So inviting is the third aspect of this blueprint. So this blueprint, if you follow this blueprint to the T, do every single thing that I say and keep doing it over and over again. This is your 3 years to hit 6 or 7 figures in this business, and many people have done that. The fourth aspect of this presentation is presenting. You will need to learn how to present. It does not matter what your business is. You could be a doctor, you could be a management consultant working in the City of London. It does not make a difference what you do in your job, but you need to learn how to present. Now, in the beginning, I was a terrible, terrible presenter. I remember at school when I did my first ever presentation, it was, I think it was at GCSE level or early, or even before then. And my presentation was actually me reading my own notes. And like I said before, it was the worst presentation I ever did. But then things changed, and things changed very quickly because I started to focus on becoming a good presenter. And this is something I'm telling you as well. You need to learn the skill set of presenting. And I want you to become as independent from me as possible and as quickly as possible, so that you don't need me every time you speak to a prospect. Ideally, if you can present yourself, you won't need me. And also your business will explode when you are able to do the presentation yourself. Good way to learn presenting is to practice in front of a mirror, and also watch how the experts do their presentation. Now, in my case, I do a presentation at least 2 to 4 times every single week to prospects. All I'm asking you is to watch how I do it and learn from me. You can copy my presentation, I don't care. Obviously change it a little bit for yourself, but if you do it over and over again, you can only get better. And also, when you're doing your presentation, learn to tell your own story so that your prospects can relate to you. And it goes without saying, you need to maintain positive composure always. People do business with positive people. They need to relate with you, henceforth, your story that you'll tell. And because you're positive, have a positive composure, people, even if they can't see you, can see from your voice, hear from your voice, that you're a positive person. And like I said before, as soon as you can become independent from your sponsor or mentor and do your own presentations, your business will absolutely flourish. The fifth element of my 7 to 7 is the follow-up. Once you've done the presentation with your prospects, you need to follow up, even if it's just a text message. This is just another exposure. As I said before, you need around 7 or so exposures with the prospect before they become a customer. And the follow-up is just another exposure. The money is in the follow-up. So I can't emphasize that enough. You must always, 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 follow up with your prospect. If you do not follow up, you will lose that prospect. And maintain your goal, which is that of education and understanding. You are not trying to sell anything. You are educating your prospect on the trading markets, the largest and most liquid currency market in the world. That's what you're here for. That's what your mentors are for. We need to educate our prospects. And if you maintain that mindset, as opposed to a salesy mindset, your prospect will convert. If you only focus on the sale, your prospect will not become a customer or client, and they'll run a mile away. They can tell a slimy salesperson from miles away. So again, the focus has to be that of education and understanding, and always, always be empathetic to your prospects' needs. Compliment them and let them know that we are here to help and guide them. So we had quite a few people join today, and what I tend to do is myself is, because so many people are joining all the time, I may not physically have the time to speak to every single person. So I try and create videos and upload them onto YouTube and then send those videos out to people. And many of you may have noticed this. And that way people can relate to me, engage with me, and I can cover all angles, all aspects, and ensure that my prospects, so my customers are doing really well in this business. The sixth element of my 7 to 7 figures is duplication. So once you become good at presenting, once you're very good at prospecting and people are coming into the team and you're growing the business, and also once you become a good trader as well, it's now time for you to duplicate. And that basically means that your customers, your clients, or people that have come to the business because of you, you need to teach them and educate them on how to build their business as well. So you need to make sure that they learn the product. It can be any product. We've got many, many products in the back office. You cannot become an expert on all those products. Pick 2 or 3 products, become an expert on those 2 or 3 products, teach your customers to become experts on those 2 or 3 products as well, and then they can teach their prospects how to do the same. So duplication is key. It's very, very important. So the more people you educate and teach, the more people they can educate and teach as well. Teach your prospects exactly what I'm teaching you. So over a period of time, you will become a very good presenter. Teach your prospects how to present as well. Tell them to come onto your presentations and learn from you. You need to teach your customers to become independent from you so they can fly. And like I said before, The more independent you are from me or any other mentor, the quicker you will move, the more successful you will become, the quicker you will hit your goals. If you are only ever reliant on your sponsor or mentor, your growth will be a lot slower than it could be otherwise. You need to work with your prospects every single day if you can, whether that's one-to-one or in a group setting, very much like this. So I try and have a mentorship session like this every single week, because my team is my family, and it's very, very important for me that you succeed. Whether it takes 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, it does not make a difference. I need you to succeed, because I've met many of you in person and I know your whys. So your whys are so, so important. And I'm here to ensure that you succeed and become independent and financially free, so you can teach other people to do the same as well. My final step on my 7 steps to 7 figures is meetings and events. Now, I talk about this more or less every single week. And the reason I talk about this every single week is because meetings and events is money, it's profit, it's financial freedom. Meetings and events help you to make money, they empower you, they motivate you, they educate you. You need to be going to meetings and events in your local city every single week. If there aren't every single week, do not miss any opportunity to go to a meeting, because it's all about learning and motivating you and ensuring that you succeed. Now, life is a sine wave, as I keep saying. There are ups and downs. Something might happen in your business tomorrow that really, really demotivates you, and you'll just give up. If you give up, you're back into the 95% mentality. 5% of the world population earn more than 95% of the world population of 7 billion plus people. 95% of 7 billion people will die broke. 95% of 7 billion people have more month at the end of the money. You need to be in that 5%. And the way the system, or the matrix I call it, it has been created, is to ensure that you remain in the 95%. You need to pull yourself out of that 95% and hit the 5%. And there will be times when you will want to give up, but you need to continue going. And meetings and events help you do that, and also propel you to a higher level than you were before. You have an absolutely awesome meeting coming up on the 28th of February next year. We've got 7,000 plus people that are going to be in attendance, and it's going to be the event, not of the year, but probably of the decade. We have never had an event of this standard or standing in the UK ever before. I've been to events since I've been in this company, mostly in the USA. The next event after this one is going to be in Latin America, and I've put my name down for that already. However, this event is going to be on our own soil. So this event is going to be in London on the 28th of February. Many people on this call have already booked their tickets. If you have not booked your ticket, you should not be in this business, in all honesty, because this event will allow you to mix with hundreds, not one, not two, not three, not 10, hundreds of 6 and 7 figure earners, millionaires. And you need to be spending your time with other millionaires so that their success can rub off on you. You are the company that you keep. If you look at the 5 people that you spend the most time with today, your income is an average of those 5 people. Change those 5 people into 5 millionaires, and by default, you will become a millionaire, because your conversation will change. And that's what these events are for. This is an event. It's the first time ever in 6 years this event is coming to London. I do not expect this event to come back to London again for another 3, 4, 5 years. And every single person should be at that event. And also, you need to bring your teams with you as well. And what I would say is, try and bring 10 people with you to this event. If you are able to do that, obviously there's no guarantees in business, but based on previous calculations, based on what I've seen in the past, if you are able to do that, you should hit a minimum of 4 figures after that event a month, and that's residual income. If you are able to bring 10 people to this event, there's no reason And obviously, you can't just come and go to sleep. You need to obviously apply some learning as well. If you are able to do that, you will hit 4 figures a month as residual income just on the back of this event. That's how important this event is. And that's why meetings and events are so, so important. If you're a student at university, as many of us are or have been, if you just think about it as going to a lecture, if you do not go to that, this is a core subject. If you fail this core subject, you will fail your degree. And certainly when I was doing my degree, we had many, many core subjects that you had to pass at a certain level to get that degree. The event that we've got coming up in February is that core subject. If you go to that core subject, you will hit the figures that you're after. You will become financially free if you carry on with the learning that we provide you. If you carry on with the blueprint, you will hit that. If you miss that core subject, which is that event, it's going to be much, much harder for you to hit or gain financial freedom. So my advice to you, every single person, most people on this call will be at that event. Every single person needs to be at that event. And also you need to bring your people with you as well. And that's how you're going to hit financial freedom. I want every single person on this call today to become financially free by December the 31st, 2020. And I'll be here to help you achieve that. My team is here to support you all the way. And like I said before, these 7 steps to 7 figures in 3 years, this is not something I've come up with by myself. Many, many 7, 8-figure earners have come up with these 7 or similar steps to these 7 steps. And I'd say thousands of people have followed these 7 steps to become financially free. And in this company, in this industry, if you are able to apply these 7 steps every single day and work extremely hard for 3 years, there's no reason why you should not be a millionaire by the end of those 3 years. If you work extremely hard in your job for 3 years, you might get a 2% pay rise, or you might even be laid off, as many people are. That's the difference between doing this and doing the job. So this is the end of my presentation. I hope you've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed having you on this call, and I will see you again next week. Thank you, and God bless.